Yeah, my name is Garn Christensen. I had the opportunity of watching President Kennedy's death in kind of an extraordinary way. I had a very, very strong fondness to Kennedy. I was a young officer in the military during the Cuban crisis, and Kennedy was my commander-in-chief, and he always will be. And my first duty after leaving the Army was to be assigned to a team that helped communications, and I was assigned to a position at Salt Lake in September when Kennedy visited Salt Lake City. Had the opportunity to spend a little time with his staff and coordinate. I was still with AT&T Mountain Bell at the point that on November 23rd, I was on the traffic floor, and I'd have to explain what a traffic floor is. Traffic floor is where, in those days, they had all the switchboard operators. You'd have banks of switchboards that could be 50, 60 feet long, and they would have anywhere from 10 to almost 50 operators operating those. If you've ever seen the old movie, It's a Good Life, you've seen them pull out the switch, flip the cord, and put it into the light. There was a light for both sides of the conversation. So if you were taking Salt Lake City and plugging it to New York, you plugged it into New York, and that made the connection. And the lights that came up on the board, these boards would be like 4 feet tall, all the different colored lights. They were called Christmas trees. And anyway, I walked into the traffic center that morning, and that was November 23rd. It was approximately 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden, all the lights just started falling off of the Christmas trees. And the traffic chief was there, and I turned to the fellow, and Jay, and said, "Have we got an outage?" And Jay said, "No, I don't know what's going on." Almost all the lights went down, and about 2 minutes later, the lights just flared up. In the interim, one of the operators had come in and said they just shot Kennedy. And what had happened is when Kennedy had been shot, people had been watching the television, and they turned off or got off the phone to go to the television to see what was happening. And at that point, they then picked up the phones and started calling everybody and saying, "President Kennedy's been shot." So I think that's kind of a unique way to watch a president be assassinated. Good enough.
Perfect. Yeah.